Did you know that besides emerald, chrysoprase is also considered a made gemstone? In this video, I'll show you how I wrapped this cute little chrysoprase cabochon into a copper washer pendant. If you want to see how I made this, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. But first, hi! My name's Melissa and welcome to my studio. Okay, so let's get started. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. It's pouring outside. It should die down pretty soon here. But anyway, I have my chrysoprase here. Cute little triangle. I'm gonna frame it in a copper washer. I'm gonna choose a size. This one here looks to be a good size. It is 22 millimeters, 16 millimeter inner diameter, 22 millimeter outer diameter. My chrysoprase here is about 12 by 12. It sits nicely in there. And I'm going to use square copper today. Square copper wire. I grabbed some 20 gauge. I also grabbed some half round 20 gauge in copper. And hopefully I just make a simple frame and we'll be done. I'm going to cut two lengths. I'm going to go with 8 inches. 2 8-inch lengths, 20 gauge square wire. I'm going to make the bail first, which I'm going to wrap in half round. 1.5 foot or so. Copper, I'm not too precise on my measuring. Silver I am. Gold fill definitely, but copper is alright. I want to wrap about 1 inch for my bail. I want that in the middle of my wires. 8 minus 1 is 7, and divide that by half is 3.5. So I'm going to start wrapping 3.5 inches in from my end here. So I'm going to anchor my wire. I use flat nose pliers to wrap my half round. That's the easiest for me. Let me get this end anchored. Start at 3.5 inches in, which looks good. Okay, and I'm gonna wrap it until I get 1 inch wrapped. Do a lot of pulling over the side, over the edge of my square. Pulling and flattening. If you want your bail bigger, you can definitely wrap a longer wrap, but for this guy, I think 1 inch should suffice. That should be good. I'll cut it off right here. Make sure your cut ends are on the same side. Oops, I cut it a little too long. Then you're going to bend your bail towards your cut ends, leaving them on the inside. Bail making pliers come in handy. Keep 2 sets of wires on the inside and the other set of wires going towards the outside. Okay, I'm gonna secure this on my washer. But first, we want to texture our washer. At least I do. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and secure this. The two outer ones I'm gonna wrap around. Once. Pull it through, up and over. And the bottom ones will support our stone. Let's get them pushed together. Let's see where our stone is gonna be centered here. I'm gonna get some foam so I don't hurt my stone. But a couple millimeters in is where I'm gonna flare these out. I wonder if I should wrap these just so they stay together. Let me put some half round on there. I got some extra that's already cut. And let me get them straight, get them parallel before we flare them out. I'm gonna put a little hook on it. I'm gonna start farther out so it's easier. And I'm only gonna wrap a few millimeters. But first we gotta get started, which could be kind of tricky with only the two wires here. Let me cut that a little shorter here. And we gotta bring it up. Just gotta coax it a little bit. Make sure that's pulled through all the way. This will help anchor everything as well. Just get that snugged up there. I think I have a couple more wraps to go. Yeah, that looks good. Then we're gonna flare. Gotta flare them out just enough to support the stone, but not too far. That looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these around the washer once. Going upward. We have all these wires that can help hold our stone in. I'm just going through and making sure everybody's tightened up. I think that's looking really cute. I want to bend these downward now. Kind of start flaring them. I think I'm going to hammer these. Make sure they're the right shape first, or the same shape. I'm gently hammering them. Hopefully I can flare it out a little bit. Trying to figure out where to anchor these. Just bear with me. This requires a little bit of fiddling. I'm going to cut it and tuck it, pull through. I don't know why I went up. I need to go downward. I'm going to pull this one through. I always change my mind in the middle of things. Keep you on your toes. Let's get our stone in. Get this nice and tight. Up and over. Get you securing the stone. I think I just have to tighten things up. Now I just need a minute to figure out what to do with my ends. This one I can cut. Okay, so this has 4 wraps. Need some really pointy cutters to get in there. So it kind of wraps around, but we're not showing from the front. Kind of tuck that under there. Okay, try to do the same with this one. Get in there real tight. Tuck that under. It's gonna need a little bit of buffing. Okay, I'm back. So I did some minor adjusting. I did end up, so I think it was this side. I had it wrapping upward, but all these other wraps, braces stone, are on the outside. So I ended up unwrapping it and then wrapping it so it wraps this way. So it's all cohesive. I think it looks a lot better. And then some minor adjustments, tightening and stuff. All the farting around I did scratch it up a bit. So I did have to come through and buff out the scratches. I did that and then I oxidized it. And then I came back and buffed it out and polished it up. And that's what we have. Not too bad for flying by the seat of my pants, which I do often. Not too shabby. So keep on watching and I'll tell you a little bit about Chrysoprase. Now I'd like to share with you some fun facts of Chrysoprase. Just so you know, I found these facts on Fire Mountain Gems website. Chrysoprase is a variety of chalcedony that gets its color from small amounts of nickel. And it's the rarest form of green chalcedony. Ancient jewelers would mistake it for emerald. Chrysoprase has been used by Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians to make jewelry, seals, and signets. Today, it is recognized for a birthstone for May and is popular for metaphysical jewelry. It is associated with the heart chakra. It is believed to make the wearer look on the bright side and let childlike joy and optimism enter your life. It opens one up for forgiveness, releases stress, anxiety, and depression. Chrysoprase is associated with spring, growth, and nature. It connects you to Mother Earth, brings compassion for life and living things. This stone sounds really cool if you ask me. That's why I'm gonna keep wearing it. So what are your thoughts on this stone? Let me know in the comments. And always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great week and I'll see you in the next one. If you don't have square wire and you want to use a copper washer, check out this video where I use all round wire. Bye!